Hello, Sagittarius. It's about time I got to your reading, hey? I'm feeling it hard today, so figured it was time to do it. So my name is Allison, but I go under medium for the message as a moniker, I guess. I do intuitive tarot readings. It's a little bit different because I don't strictly go by the interpretation of the tarot as they're classically defined. I use my intuition to tap into the deeper meanings of the cards and allow for psychic messages to come through so that I can bring forth those messages to you in hopes that they will help you with something you're going through, or kind of plant a seed for maybe a potential way to get through something that you will be going through or that you have gone through. And it sometimes acts as a confirmation just to let you know you're on the right path. Sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need to hear that from an outside source because it gets so kind of loud in our heads. And that's kind of what I've been feeling for you guys, for you Sagittarians, for the month of April and potentially going into May. I feel like a lot of you are in your heads about certain things. I think there may be some intellectual arguments that you're having, that you want to be having with other people, but that you're really just having with yourself. And it can feel like you have a lot to say, but you don't have, like you're not being heard or something. So you may feel full of like argument or full of, feeling like you have a lot to say on certain matters, and it's like it's falling on deaf ears or something, or you can't get it out as quick as it's filling up your head, if that makes sense. So we've got the Nine of Wands upright. I usually do the shuffling before the reading, but this one I felt like just wanted to do live. Capture the energy of talking to you and pulling the cards. You've got a number of Pentacles cards in reverse, so I think that there could be some financial, you could be having some issues with finances. I think that it's not for a lack of working. I think that you are working. You are doing a lot of work. It shows toiling for work, but you're not sitting in a throne of financial stability right now. And that is, there's some karmic balance happening. And I think that there tends to be, for Sagittarians, you tend to have this kind of regal way of thinking about your position in life. And it's kind of like the queen of your own kingdom kind of perspective. And what I'm seeing is that perspective is there, but you've had to walk away from that because of material concerns. So you still have this like perspective of yourself, this view of yourself, but you see yourself as having to distance yourself from that vision in order to attend to more 3D material concerns like paying rent or taking steps to bring that vision you have of yourself and your life and what you want like into the actual like everyday mundane. I see that that's part of a balancing for you. And I think it's a karmic balance, and I don't feel like you're 100% okay with that. I know with karmic lessons, they tend to be very uncomfortable, and I can see that this for you is something that was uncomfortable, but it's starting to become a little bit more comfortable for you. But there's still a lot of there's still truth and clarity about that karmic lesson that you are not seeing yet. And it comes to integrating that lesson into your third eye. Now, how you could do that is, I think that you might want to look into your third eye chakra and see what you can do to balance, what some of the things are that could help you balance that chakra out, or help you. You might want to integrate the lessons of the third eye chakra. So what I'm going to do is, underneath this video, I will post a link to some useful resources for that chakra, because I think that working on that area is going to help you process this karmic lesson in a way where you don't feel like brutally crushed into a fine salt. Okay. It's got the Queen of Rods in reverse and then Strength upright. So yeah, I mean, this is an uncomfortable period for you, but you're gaining strength in that this, you know, this kingdom here that you've always kind of lived in, you're realizing that you can survive being away from that, you know, and that's a huge thing to know. I think that you are, see, this is in reverse. So for me, when I look at this, I see that this is like a zoomed in part of the castle, and this little one is toiling away, working on building some of the structural motifs, you know, in this castle. And I think that it is in reverse. So I think that what's happening is that you do need to be doing some more of the menial labor and menial work. Now, you'd rather stand away and be like, this is my kingdom, this is where I live, and this is my realm that I oversee. But like, you're being asked to step in to the actual detail of this structure and do work. And it will bring you, more than anything, strength. And strength depicted here shows that you have control over the more animal or the more base level of yourself. Like you're in balance and you're in harmony with your higher and lower self. So that's a pretty great thing, I think, to have in balance. And if what you need to do is just some work is in order to get that and to absorb that lesson, I think that's not asking too much, right? I think that's pretty good. I think you can do that. I believe in you. I want to clarify the Nine of Rods here, because I do see a lot of growth. You have been doing a lot of work, but I do want to clarify that a bit. Please clarify the Nine of Rods for Sagittarius, April 2019. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I mean, the work that you're putting towards your effort right now is the effort of becoming the Queen of Pentacles. So it's being the queen of your, you know, being in control of your material plane, being in control of your finances. And, you know, it seems like you're working towards that. Seems like you're doing everything you can to work towards that. But your eyes are mainly focused on the material plane. Your eyes are mainly focused on money, you know? I don't see this as a love reading. I don't think that love is playing very strongly for you guys right now. If it is, it's on the back burner, or, you know, your finances are definitely at the forefront of your mind and your experience. Let's see. I'm going to clarify the Three of Pentacles. Eight of Rods in reverse. Okay, so as far as, so you are focusing on the material plane, you are focusing on your finances, but as far as like joining the rest of the, I don't want to say blue collar workers, but like you are, in the case of joining, you know, the common man, I guess, for a lack of a better way, you're like holding back on doing that. And there's a lot of growth that you kind of need to bring into your life. Like this is the Eight of Rods and it's in reverse. And then you've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, right? But you have the Nine of Rods upright. So what's happening is you need to put the work in doing this menial labor, whether that's spiritual work, like doing the work inside that you assume you don't have to do because you have material things worked out for you in your life, but you want it to be like that, right? So you've got to do the work, the menial work, the fine detail work on yourself in order to flip these upright so that you're walking through the Nine of Swords, through that much growth. So you're experiencing that much growth. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So I would say don't shy away from the detail work on yourself. I'd say focus on your third eye and remember that the hard work that you might not want to be doing on yourself, it's actually what is the key to absorbing this karmic lesson and gaining strength in your life and being able to move forward towards your material goals with a bountiful sense of growth around you, you know? All right, Sagittarius, that is it for you for April 2019. If you would like a personal reading with me, any of the information you would need to book that is in the description box below. I am also going to leave you a link for the third eye, integrating third eye lessons. And you can like, subscribe, or comment underneath the video. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a great rest of the month. See you in May. Bye, Sag.